I have Sean Engler here, my father, with a few questions to ask him about our national government. In your opinion, should government help to stabilize the economy?
Only in very rare situations. Situations where impending huge bank failures are on the horizon, where some major earthquakes are going to be felt throughout the world financial community, should the government actually step in to try and stabilize the economy.
When in the past have you seen government help or step in to try and stabilize the economy, and what is your opinion on what happened?
They've done it several times in the past. The most recent one was at the end of the George Bush era and the beginning of the Barack Obama era, where they did the large stimulus package and certain tax credits that they did for certain companies. They funneled a huge amount of public money into banks and into financial institutions and also into some corporations to try and stimulate the economy. People were on both sides of the fence saying it was successful or a failure. In a lot of respects, it was both. They did bail out some of the bigger banks. I don't agree with the way they did it, and I don't agree with everything they did, but I'm also not going to say that something shouldn't have been done. I just don't think it was done the way it should have been done.
Okay. In today's world, in today's society, with the economy that we have going on, what is one of the bigger issues that you think the government should step in and fix?
The biggest thing government can do to stimulate the economy in this country is to get out of the economy business. Stop trying to regulate, control, direct, over-regulate. We've got the government stepping in through the EPA and through all kinds of agencies putting regulations on business that the rest of the world just does not and will not have to deal with, maybe ever. Putting Americans at a severe disadvantage to compete with the international market. Plus, the taxation rate for corporations in America is one of the highest in the world. We've got American companies that are fully successful going offshore to places like Ireland and Sweden and other places where the tax rates are much lower simply because they get taxed less. And when you're talking about the economies of scale that these countries work under, it's a huge amount of money. The other thing is that they have profits overseas that they've made in the world market and even here that they don't bring back home and reinvest in America and in American jobs, because their economic penalty for bringing that money back into this country is so severe from a taxation standpoint that it just doesn't make sense. So until the government steps out of the way of this and takes some of the regulations off of businesses, I mean, the coal industry by far is one of the most heavily regulated industries in the world. No other country has regulations on coal that we do, and it's supposed to be